Young Lily possessed a heart wide open to the wonders of the world, but also, unfortunately, to its shadows every night. When the moon climbed high above the sleepy town of Willowbrook, terrifying nightmares would creep into her dreams. They weren't monsters under the bed, exactly, but chilling feelings of falling, echoing voices full of unkindness, or vast, lonely landscapes where she couldn't find her way home. Shayuro D. Wake gasping, tears tracing paths down her cheeks, the comforting familiarity of her room feeling strange and threatening in the deep darkness. The fear lingered long after her eyes opened, making her dread the simple act of closing them again. Her parents tried warm milk and soothing songs, but the bad dreams were stubborn guests. One crisp autumn afternoon, Lily sought refuge in the cozy, herb-scented cottage of her grandmother, Ilara, known affectionately as Grandma Willow. She possessed eyes that seemed to hold centuries of stories and a deep, quiet understanding, seeing the lingering shadows beneath Lily's eyes and the way she flinched at sudden noises. Grandma Willow didn't ask many questions. Instead, she gently took Lily's hand and led her to the dusty attic, filled with forgotten trunks and the scent of cedar from a beautifully carved wooden chest. She pulled out a pillow unlike any other. It was large and soft, covered in a patchwork of velvet midnight blues, deep forest greens, and starlight silver, stitched together with threads that shimmered faintly. "This," Grandma Willow whispered, her voice like rustling leaves, "is the pillow that swallowed nightmares. My own grandmother gave it to me when the dark dreams visited too often. Rest your head upon it tonight, my little sparrow, and trust, skeptical but desperate for a peaceful night." Lily placed the strange pillow carefully on her own bed that evening. It felt incredibly soft, almost cool against her cheek, and carried a faint, comforting scent like lavender and old books. As she drifted into sleep, the familiar cold tendrils of a nightmare began to form. She was lost in a vast, echoing cave, unseen whispers swirling around her. But just as the panic started to rise, a subtle vibration hummed from the pillow beneath her head. A soft, warm light, barely visible, seemed to pulse within its depths. Lily felt a gentle tugging sensation, not on her body, but on the feeling of the dream itself. The terrifying whispers were drawn downwards, swallowed whole by the pillow, leaving behind only a quiet, empty darkness. Lily sighed deeply in her sleep, and sank into the first truly restful slumber she'd known in months, waking feeling refreshed and strangely lighter. Night after night, the pillow faithfully performed its quiet duty. Lily would feel the initial chill of a nightmare forming a euro, the sensation of being chased, the dread of failing a test that hadn't happened, the loneliness of an empty playground. Each time the pillow responded, it would hum softly, a sound felt more than heard. Deep within its feathery core, it would glow with that gentle, inner starlight, and like water swirling down a peaceful drain, the fear, the sharp edges, the icy dread of the nightmare would be pulled away from her mind and drawn deep into the pillow's mysterious center. Lily began to trust this silent guardian, her bedtime anxieties slowly melting away like morning mist under the sun. She started smiling more, her laughter echoing through the house again. Then came the stormy night. Rain lashed against the windows like frantic fingers, and thunder shook the old house. Lily's dream plunged her into a roiling, ink-black ocean. Huge, shadowy shapes brushed against her legs in the freezing water, and a colossal wave, towering and impossibly dark, threatened to crash over her, filled with the roaring sound of 1,000 fears. The terror was immense, overwhelming, a physical weight crushing her chest. Even in sleep, she felt the pillow beneath her stir, humming louder, glowing brighter than ever before. But the nightmare wave was vast, resisting the pull. Lily whimpered, trapped between the horror in her dream and the frantic vibrations of the pillow battling to contain it. She felt the struggle, a tangible tension in the air around her bed. Just as the wave seemed poised to crash, a profound warmth bloomed from the pillow, spreading through Lily like liquid sunlight. It wasn't just swallowing the fear, it was transforming it. The crushing wave softened, its roar diminishing to a sigh. The dark shapes dissolved into harmless, shimmering bubbles of light that drifted upwards like fireflies escaping the water. The inky ocean faded, replaced by the gentle feeling of floating on calm, Moonlit water. Safe and supported, Lily felt the pillow sigh deeply beneath her, its glow dimming to a soft ember. Humming, settling into a contented purr. It had not just swallowed the nightmare. It had changed its very nature, leaving only peace. When Lily woke, the storm had passed, and sunlight streamed. And she hugged the pillow tightly, feeling an immense surge of gratitude for its quiet power. The true magic of the pillow revealed itself not just in the peaceful nights, but in the courage that began to blossom within Lily during the day. Knowing she had a steadfast protector against the terrors of the night allowed her own inner light to grow brighter. She faced the new girl at school with a friendly smile instead of shyness. She volunteered to read aloud in class, her voice steady where before it might have trembled. The looming shadow of anticipated nightmares no longer dimmed her sunny afternoons. She carried the pillow's quiet assurance with her, the deep understanding that darkness could be met, held, and transformed. It wasn't about escaping fear, but knowing she possessed the strength and a little magical help to navigate through it and find calm on the other side. Years drifted by like falling leaves. Lily grew, the pillow always a constant, comforting presence on her bed, its patches softening further with time. The night she left for university, carefully packing her treasured pillow, Grandma Willow handed her a small, velvet pouch filled with dried lavender and a smooth moonstone. For the pillow, she said, her eyes crinkling with love. A little refreshment for its journey. Remember, Lily, its greatest power isn't just swallowing the dark, but reminding you of the light you carry within. Now, as a mother herself, Lily sometimes tiptoes into her own daughter's moonlit room, seeing the child peacefully asleep, cheek pressed against the same, now ancient patchwork pillow. A profound sense of peace washes over her. She knows the pillow hums its silent song, guarding against unseen fears, a tangible heirloom of comfort whispering through generations that even in the deepest night, safety and love endure.